Their words mean nothing. Empty promises will cost them big. These people who promise you something and cannot keep their promise, who say they will show up at a particular time and never show up, these people whose words mean absolutely nothing, you cannot depend on them. There is a price to pay. They don't care how you feel. They will leave you hanging, waiting forever. There you are. Sometimes it's a case where you paid somebody, you've already paid them to work for you, to do a project on your behalf. They're supposed to be offering you a service, and they are nowhere to be found. Time goes by, weeks go by, months go by. You haven't seen them. You're going through so much, you're experiencing pain. You want to get this done. You're depending on this person. You're thinking about it all of the time. Sometimes you think about it and you just try to think of something else because it's too much. You're thinking, oh, what a terrible person they are. And they are a terrible person. They don't care. They feel as if it doesn't affect them. It's affecting you, and it's none of their business. They have no integrity. Their words mean nothing, and they are gonna pay for it big time. It has consequences. That person who is supposed to be doing something for you, that person who was supposed to meet you and doesn't care, said they would be there at a certain time and they're not. There is a price to pay. They are a terrible person. My goodness, how can people be that way? They need to understand the law of reciprocity, the law of sowing and reaping. What you sow is what you reap. The law of karma, whether you call it karma, cause and effect, sowing and reaping, reciprocity, giving and receiving. Hey, the way the universe works, you cannot continue to do others wrong and expect nothing to happen to you and expect not to pay the price. So there is a price to pay. And you will look at these people and think, but they're all right. They're not going through anything. Oh yeah? The guilt they're feeling and the way that it's destroying them as a person. The shame they're feeling because they know they're not somebody of integrity. They're not somebody that is dependable. It affects them. They start to see themselves as that type of person, and they have momentum around this. So it affects them in every area of their life. Then they wonder why they're not doing well, why they're not doing well in life, whether financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever it may be. It works against them. They start to see themselves as crap because they treat people like crap, because that is their attitude, because their service is crap. As you smash that like button, give the video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. That person that is not dependable, it boomerangs. It works against them. My goodness. See how they ruin their reputation. Who wants to do business with somebody like that? Who wants to work with somebody like that? In business, when it comes to work, when it comes to jobs, you need a good reputation. People must believe in you for you to get that job, to get that business, to get that opportunity. People must believe in you. You must have a good reputation or a good brand. Brand is just a fancy word for reputation. And when you're like that, you can expect to progress. So they're busy having fun. They don't care. Some of them, it's like punishment for you because you told them, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Hey, when am I getting my stuff? When are you coming? When are you gonna have some integrity? Because you told them you do not like a certain thing. Some of them, it's as if they are punishing you. They think everything is okay. But they don't realize that they are destroying themselves. Now nobody wants to work with them. Now nobody wants to be around them. Nobody wants to associate with them. Because their word means nothing. Because they don't keep their word. They are disrespecting themselves. They don't understand it. They are disrespecting themselves. They are devaluing themselves. The universe sees. God sees. Spirit sees what's going on. Your word means nothing. Not you, but them. It's important to be somebody of integrity. It's important when you say you're gonna do something to do it. And if something comes up, you can explain. You can say, hey, I won't be able to do this on Friday. I won't be able to do this on Friday, but how about Saturday? Or how about Sunday? That is when I'll be free. I'll be coming at 10 o'clock. And when you do that, keep your word. That means a lot. But not these people over there whose words mean absolutely nothing at all. And sometimes it has happened before, where they said they would have done something and never did it. Time went by. The good person that you are, you give them another opportunity, and they end up doing the same thing again. As the breeze blows through nature, you give them another opportunity, they do the same thing again. That is who they are. When people show you who they are, believe them. And you're thinking, my goodness, the same thing is happening again. These people have not changed. They are the same person. What are they worth? They're not worth much. Very often you're trying to give somebody an opportunity. You're trying to give the quote-unquote small man an opportunity, and he fails you. You would have been better off if you had worked with a business, a big business, if you had used their service, if you had paid them instead. And that is why a lot of people stay back. A lot of people, they want to be bosses, but they should be an employee instead. Nothing against employees, but they want to be not employers. They want to have their own thing. They want to be that one-man show, doing their own thing with no boss. But it would have been better if they had a boss. Sometimes when you go to a bigger business, in many cases you're better off, because if anything, that person can be fired. If anything, you can sue that big business. But when it's a small man, especially when he has no integrity. That is the problem. What can you do? You're in a trap. So these people who can't keep their word, they end up damaging their reputation. Very quickly, the word spreads of how much of a terrible person they are, somebody who doesn't keep their word. And we know how powerful word of mouth is. They're putting a curse on themselves, not a blessing. Had they been that faithful person, somebody who keeps their word, you'd have been praising them. You would have said something good about them. You'd have let people know how much of a good worker they are, how much they are somebody of integrity, how much they keep their word, how reliable they are, how great their service is, how great their product is, how good of a person they are. But they're not. And people are spreading the word about them. They think they're getting away, but their reputation is being destroyed. The time comes when nobody hires them, nobody wants to work with them, nobody wants to associate with them. The word spreads quickly about these people. It is very important to keep your word. Before you make a promise, consider its importance. How important is it? And when made, engrave it upon your heart. So it's not about making a promise and then doing what you want afterwards. It works against you. Time goes by and these people, their lives are in a mess. They are not successful. Nobody wants to work with them. There they are, living in regret. Had they known, they would have acted differently. Some of them still haven't realized their mistake. They are blaming others. They make their life a living hell because they made other people's life a living hell. They made you go through all of that pain. There you were waiting on them. There you were experiencing difficulty because of the way they were treating you, because they didn't show up, because they didn't keep their promises. So they experience the same pain, the same hurdles, the same difficulty that they put you through. Everything they tried to do to you, inadvertently, they were doing it to themselves, because what goes around comes around. The world is a cycle, and everything that happens, it happens in a circle. As time goes by, these people wonder what happened to them. It's because of the way you treated others. It's because you have no integrity. It's because you don't keep your word. Advancing man or woman, don't be like these people. You can't afford to be like these people. Always keep your word. If you say you're gonna do something, it's something good, it's something positive, do it. You cannot leave. You cannot have people waiting on you forever. You said you will be there, you're never there. Some people, that is how they live their life. My goodness. Your word means nothing. They say they're gonna be there, they're not there. You're not worth much. And time goes by. If you can sue these people, you can take them to court, you can get your lawyer, you can bring in the courts very often, because what they did is so terrible. You've lost money. because of who they are, because of the way these people treat others. Their word means nothing. They say they are going to do something, they never do it. You try to talk to them to change their ways, they won't listen. Not realizing that they are only creating a terrible situation for themselves, an even worse situation for themselves. These people, they could have gone further. They could have gotten more opportunities, but how can you give them more opportunities after they've already showed you who they are? They think they are keeping you back, but they are only keeping themselves back. People who don't keep their word, there is a price to pay. People who say they are going to do something for you and never do it, there is a price to pay. Their words mean nothing. Their empty promises will cost them big. Very often, you started so well with these people. It was a cordial relationship. The two of you were on good terms. You thought they were all that. There they were promising so much. There they were telling you how good they are, how much they can offer you. You're thinking, wow, I found somebody amazing. Turns out they are not what they were claiming to be. Turns out they suck. They cannot show up. They cannot keep their word. And they ruin that good relationship the two of you had. You don't want to see these people. You don't want anything to do with these people. You can't recommend these people. You can't say anything good about them. And rightfully so. Because they are a waste of time. You're calling them, sometimes they don't answer. You're messaging them, there is no response. It's like they're hiding. It's like they're afraid. Hey, be a man about it. Be a woman about it. We're grown. I can beat you. You cannot beat me. They don't care. That is how it is. And they are bound to face the consequences. They lost a great client. They lost somebody who would have paid them well. Have you seen this in your life? There are repercussions. As we hear in nature, it's beautiful out here in nature. And I send you good vibes. I send you all of this love, all of this light, all of this positive energy. I am here to hold your hand. In life, you experience difficulties. You meet rotten people like these people. Yes, I'm saying it. You go through the pain, you go through the difficulty, all of these challenges. But it's gonna work out in your favor. You will get somebody better to work with. If they were supposed to have worked with you, they would be there. If they were supposed to have been your partner, they would be there. But a vacancy is being created for somebody better to be in your life, in terms of working with you, in terms of them offering you their service. There's better out there. The day comes when they realize that you're working with somebody else. You have linked up with somebody else and they're mad. They're jealous. Acting as if you're the one who's at fault. Acting as if they are entitled to you. When they have failed in every regard, when they cannot keep their word, when they break their promises, when their words are worth nothing. Keep the faith. Keep moving forward. Better must come. A vacancy has been created for better to come. Somebody who is more diligent. Somebody who is not lazy. Somebody who works better. That day is coming. Remember that everything works together for good for you. Winning is what you do. If somebody is not for you, they will be removed from your life. If a company or business or some person who offers you a service is not good enough, they will be cast aside so that they can be replaced by something that is better. It must work out for you. All you do is win. Meanwhile, they have sabotaged themselves. They cannot keep their word. They break their promises all of the time. And they just messed up themselves. The hell they tried to create for you was inadvertently for themselves. As we hear in nature, and I am sending you good vibes. I am sending you all of this love, all of this light, all of this positive energy. Thank you so much for your support of this advancing channel. Via PayPal, via Super Thanks, by being a member. The links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Mantius. I look forward to reading your comments. Share the video, like the video. And I am saying one love, God bless, and all the best.